if that's someone's Dream 11, I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, whose Dream 11 is this? Herzlich willkommen zurück auf Schalke America. A rundown of what we're doing tonight. And first of all, if you're joining us on Twitch tonight, drop a comment in the chat. Yeah, let's get to the rundown here. We're going to talk a little bit about the latest news, right? It's been a week since we last were on video. Lots of things have happened, but let's get into all the news tonight. So, first and foremost, I got to give a shout out tonight to the most prestigious award in German soccer. Of course, I'm talking about 50 plus donor. Shout out to him. He had the 50 plus donor Salats awards the other night, third annual there, and so shout out to donor 50 plus donor. We were fortunate enough to be nominated as one of the best German podcasts. Didn't win. We lost to our good friends at Stuttgart Americana. Hey, it's all good. Travis and the boys, more than willing, more than deserving in this one. So shout out to them and shout out to 50 plus donor. Follow them both for sure. Where else we got in terms of news? We got a lot of news to talk about. So first off, Marc Wilmots. Yes, Marc Wilmots has joined Schalke. There were rumors about whether he would join or not. It did happen. He signed. It is until, what is it, the 2029. Let's see. It says Schalke appointed Marc Wilmots as the new sporting director. Didn't they just say that we weren't going to have a sporting director? They're just trying to get Peter Knabel off our payroll, I guess. 54-year-old Belgian put pen to paper on a long-term deal on Wednesday, 1-3. Andre Heckelman will take up his newly created role of technical director. Okay, so he promoted himself and signed Marc Wilmots. Marc Wilmots, we have been able to bring, this is the quote from Matthias Tillmann, the CEO says, Marc Wilmots, we have been able to bring someone on board that is intimately acquainted with the business of football from several different perspectives, and someone who knows what a successful dressing room is like. Marc Wilmots was quoted as saying, "Now I want to be at the forefront of helping direct growth, giving Schalke new strength and building a successful future." What are our thoughts on Marc Wilmots joining Schalke? It's an interesting signing. We were discussing this on the Discord. If you're not in the Schalke America Discord, please join. We'll drop a link on we'll probably put in the comments there. We'll also do it on YouTube, and you'll see it there. Also follow us on Twitter, Schalke America. You can definitely get our link for the Discord there. But we were discussing, is this a good signing or not? Like, yes, it's a nostalgia signing. Yeah, we got Marc Wilmots, former Schalke legend, joining the team, but is he good enough? Is this what we need? We don't need a flashy signing. We need someone who knows what the hell they're doing with no money. Can he be that guy? We'll see. He's got a lot of experience, right? He's coached national teams. He's done all this and that. Can he do this as a sporting director? To be determined for sure. Let's see what else in terms of people they're looking at, players they're looking at, should say. Schalke is said to be interested in Matthias Kvistegaarden from Brøndby, Copenhagen. The center forward cost around 5 million euros. So if we can't afford Darko Cherlinov at 3-4 million euros, what makes us think we're going to be able to afford him? Now, we get rid of some bodies, get some money. It's possible, right? But I'm going to say it's unlikely at the moment. We got to offload some people first. That's the first and foremost thing, but we'll see if that happens. But speaking of money, Florian Plattenberg, it's a Pleti Goal on Twitter, says, our boy, Hasan Ouedraogo, drawing a lot of interest lately. So Eintracht have offered him a 5-year contract until 2029. Same contract offered by Bayern and Leipzig. Fee for 15 million euros, which is his release clause. I mean, whew. Hasan is someone who could help us immensely in the team, help us in our, one, make sure we don't get relegated, but two, push for promotion. Will we get it? I don't know, but what are your guys' thoughts on possibly selling Hasan Ouedraogo? It'd be in the summertime, so I guess we wouldn't lose him for this season. I think every deal, all three teams have offered for pick him up in the summertime, so we'd probably keep him for the rest of this season. So I guess that really wouldn't matter in that aspect. But 15 million euros. Yes, no? Right now, it looks good. But what happens if he blows up in the second half of the season? His value would go through the roof. Like, is it too soon? No, I guess his contract might be running out. I got to figure out the details on that. But if his contract is running out, yeah, it makes sense. But I would guess not, because he would be leaving in January then, right? And if teams are offering 15 million euros, his deal wouldn't be expiring. So changes that all together. So, yeah. don't agree to anything now. If I was a player, if I was a coach, if I was Marc Wilmots, the sporting director, I would say, hey, if you're deciding on leaving, that's fine. Decide on which team you want, but we're not going to agree to anything right now. We'll reevaluate this in the summertime. Now, that's obviously taking a huge leap of faith in yourself. And hey, if Asan Aldorago has a poor second half of the season, that value goes dramatically down and hurts us. But on the flip side, if he has a fantastic second half of the season, that value can go higher. That's more money for us going in the future. That can only serve us well, whether we're in the Bundesliga or the Zweite Liga. So it's a difficult one. I'm curious what everyone's thoughts are. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on Osando Drago for 15 million euros. Should we take it? Should we take it? Should we wait till summertime and risk the chance that his value could go up or down? It's an interesting dilemma there. But yeah, right now the ball is in Odrago's court for him to decide whether it's going to be Leipzig, Bayern, or Eintracht is the best fit for him. I don't know. It's an interesting debate. I'm going to hold off on my thoughts on this once Jack is back and when the podcast is back, so we can kind of debate this because, yeah, it's two evils and then Eintracht, right? So pick a poison. We'll see. Let's see. Moving on. Two more bit of news here. I saw this article over the weekend, and I forget who the author is, and forgive me, I'll share it later on Twitter, but basically the article said Schalke Dream 11. Who's the Dream 11? So this is the Dream 11 for Schalke according to this author. It said in goal, Manuel Neuer, right back, Thilo Kehrer, Joel Matip and Malik Chow, center back, left back, Sead Kolasinac, midfield of Ivan Rakitic, Leon Goretzka, Weston McKennie, and Julian Draxler, with Brielle Mbolo and Leroy Sané as your strikers. Now, if that's someone's Dream 11, I'm thinking, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, whose Dream 11 is this? Clearly, I jumped the gun on this, but, you know, what kind of Dream 11 is this? This is like a standard Dream 11. This is almost like a standard team that we had in 2018. The team that finished second in the table to Bayern, was it 2017 or whatever it is, right? Wasn't much better than that. So when I was reading this article at first, this is why you should read the entire article. But before I finished that, I was reading the best 11. I'm like, who the fuck made this kind of list? Like, this is a stupid ass list. But my screen just got dark all of a sudden. Look at that. What is that? What is going on here? Let's fix this real quick. So I kept rating it, and it's not the best 11, but it is the best 11 of players still active, right? So when you look at it that way, oh, okay, so of the players still active, that makes more sense. All these players are still active. Mesut Özil, he's not playing anymore. He just recently retired. A bunch of players are retired. Shout out to Marcelo Bordon, just had his birthday. He's retired, long retired, right? Just turned 49 or something, 50, like that. But yeah, of all the active players, this makes sense as the best 11. So I can see that. But I'm curious then. That kind of got me thinking then, what is Schalke's best 11? Now I want, if you're listening to this or watching this, tell us your best 11 while you've been watching Schalke. Not entire Schalke history, but while you've been alive watching, supporting Schalke, what is your Dream 11? It's an interesting question. I think Marcelo Bordon is probably in mine. And I'm probably thinking Rafinha and Uchida as well, but I will think about that a little bit more. I kind of want to bring this up to Jack and curious what Jack's thoughts are. Jack and I are probably very similar in our teams, or maybe we're not. So I'm curious, but let us know in the comments what your Dream 11 of Schalke would be while you watch them in your life, and during your lifetime of the team, the players you've seen. Who is your Dream 11? Let us know, because I'm curious on that one. And then last but not least, something I knew. So they were talking about symbolism in the Schalke crest. Now, obviously, the S is for Schalke, 04, right? The year the club was founded, 1904. Now, the two bit of other secrets in the crest that one I knew and one I didn't know. The one I did know was the G for Gelsenkirchen, right? I knew that was in there. But I didn't realize was in between inside the G, where the S and the 04 is, it's a hammer for obviously for the miners. Did not realize that. I knew everything else. I didn't realize that. So I learned something tonight. Hopefully you learned that too. If you didn't know that, you're welcome. If you knew that, it is what it is, right? Schalke's next matchup, next friendly, I should say. We played Wolfsburg recently, lost 3-2 to them. And from, I guess, a bonus standpoint, Simon Terodde scored a goal, nice goal, but we lost overall. Karel Geraerts was like, hey, we could take some positives from this. Fairly empty crowd. Obviously, it's a closed training session. But our next game will be, I believe it's on Thursday. Let me just pull that. Oh, yeah. Sad news today. The Kaiser, Franz Beckenbauer, passed away. So, rest in peace to him. German football legend, world football legend. Obviously when things like this happen on the level of Pele, Maradona, Bobby Charlton, Franz Beckenbauer, these are all like world football legends. So it's always shocking when these things happen. Let's see. When was this posted? This was from today. So the game is tomorrow, and I am, by the way, drinking tonight. It is my birthday, so I am going to drink tonight. And then Schalke, of course, playing on my birthday. Gotta love that. But we are playing against Spanish side, third division side, Recreativo de Huelva. Tomorrow at 1300 Central European Time. That's 1 o'clock Central European Time. So that is early. That is 7 a.m., 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for those of us in the U.S. That's early. That's early in the morning. So we'll see if we can get off to work. No, I can't get off work. I got a meeting at that time. Ugh. Anyway.